What's up, 49ers faithful? It's Jason back with another film breakdown. Week 2 was a very costly victory. Felt like we lost, even though we won. Not here to really go over the injuries. You guys have heard me talk about it on Twitter. You guys have heard everybody else talk about it. There was a lot of things that I wanted to point out from this game that actually were good and bad, and it's on both sides of the ball. So, without further ado, let's get into Week 2. So the 49ers lost Jimmy Garoppolo in this game for at least one game. It's what we know right now. And it's really unfortunate because Jimmy Garoppolo played his best game of the season, even though it's Week 2, but his best game that I've seen in a long time. He looked quick. He looked decisive. He looked like he was going through his reads properly and knowing exactly where he needs to go with the ball. The diagram above, you'll see off of the blue is Tevin Coleman, who actually is going to be split out wide. It happened a lot in Atlanta. It didn't happen so much here. It's good to see Kyle using him in this way. Unfortunately, he got injured in this game, but let's just talk about this throw because I was super impressed with it. In red, you'll see the linebacker fall back into his coverage, and that box is essentially where he wants to shade. What Coleman does is he bends the route in between both of them to find the soft part in the zone between the safety and the linebacker. It's up to Jimmy to throw this ball with anticipation and in between three guys. This throw was easily one of two throws that I walked away saying those were the best throws of Jimmy Garoppolo's season. And this may not look like a large gain, but when I show you the anticipation, ball placement, and everything, you'll be impressed. So right here, you'll see Coleman. He's directing traffic. He's going to send him to split out wide. Watch 52 right here. He's going to fall back into his zone. And I want you to watch Coleman bend the route in between both of them. Here comes the throw. It's out right in between three guys right there. That's it. Now, I want you to watch this window right here. That red box right there, that's where the ball has to go. The ball is in blue, and it's right into the red box, in between two defenders, with a third one coming from underneath. This throw was just as impressive as any throw I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo make. Anticipation, after the injury, it looked like he actually was trusting his leg more somehow and stepping into these throws. This throw had to be thrown exactly when it was, where it was, for it to be successful. Jimmy Garoppolo, let's watch this one more time. You are ridiculous. I also wanted to give Jordan Reed some love. If this route looks familiar, it looks exactly like the option route that George Kittle ran against New Orleans. Now watch him come to the slot. Watch this hesitation release at the top, right there. Boom, and the ball's out, and it gives Jordan Reed a chance to move with the ball in space. We're going to get a chance to watch it one more time, but this option route is exactly the same route that George Kittle ran against New Orleans last season. So essentially, we're going to watch Jordan Reed right here. Hesitation, boom. Once he plants that foot and that ball is out, goodness gracious. So here's the throw that I was most impressed with. This is a shotgun set, one-on-one on the outside. Kendrick Bourne's going to run a fly route. Everyone talks about Jimmy Garoppolo's deep ball. Everyone talks about let her rip, Jim. Jimmy was under intense pressure this entire game. Our interior O-line got worked. Mike McGlinchey is struggling. And Jimmy Garoppolo stood in here. He's going to take a shot and deliver what I believe to be the best pass of this season hands down. And most likely, his time here as a 49er. It's an incompletion. But if Jimmy Garoppolo is throwing his deep ball with this kind of accuracy, this kind of timing, this kind of confidence, it unlocks so many other things for the 49ers. I really, really didn't like that it was an incompletion. Whether you think Kendrick should have caught it is up to you. It's a tough catch. The defender was all over him. One thing that cannot be argued is that Jimmy stands in here, takes the shot, is a tough SOB, and this throw right here is a dime. It is an absolute dime. Let's check it out. So Jimmy's going to check the play, which is something else that I'm very impressed with. Notice the one-on-one on the outside. He's going to have a free rusher right in his face. Here he comes. Stands right in there, lets it go, right in the bucket. Unfortunately, Jimmy Garoppolo got injured, so we're going to see Nick Mullens against the New York Giants this week back on this MetLife turf, and whatever you think about it. Kyle Shanahan understood that he wanted to get a free shot for Nick Mullens to open up the half. This is the first time with the ball out of the half. Brandon Ayuk is circled in blue, and he's going to run a fly route. Please don't ask me what the cornerback was doing here, but all I know is Brandon Ayuk is going to be walking by himself with nothing but grass in front of him. Unfortunately, The throw never develops because Nick Mullens is sacked after Quentin Williams tosses aside Laken Tomlinson here and generates pressure right up the middle. This is some of the things that you have to look for Kyle to do with Nick. Dial up these great plays in the right spot. Make sure that he's in a spot to win. Make sure that he's in a spot where he's comfortable. And Kyle tried to do this. Unfortunately, when the line isn't blocking the way that it should, you're going to get this result. So here we go. Let's watch the snap. I'm not certain what the cornerback is doing here. Look at him move up and just allow him this way. He's playing the screen underneath, but, I mean, there was no time for anything to develop right there for Nick. It ends up being a fumble, which they recovered. But, yes, this interior O-line has to step up. We're going to watch it from this angle so you can see better. Look at Quentin Williams right above 75, who's Laken Tomlinson, and watch him toss him aside and disrupt this. And he's all the way through. Even Trent Williams is trying to grab him. Good gosh, that's not the way that you want to play offensive line. But here's Nick Mullens' best throw of the day. Kendrick Bourne sits right here in the zone. The ball's out. By the time the linebacker tries to get his hand there, it's just out of his reach. Perfect timing, perfect throw, great route by Kendrick Bourne to notice where the soft part of the zone is and sit. You'll watch it one more time right here. Kendrick Bourne is to the left in the slot. He's going to sit right in that soft part of the zone. That ball's out with zip right there. Great job, Nick Mullens. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick breakdown on the offense. Part 2 will be on the defense, but this was a costly victory for the 49ers. But the 49ers proved that their depth is enough to get it done, and I suspect that that will be the case this week against the Giants. Thank you to everybody who has been liking, subscribing, following me on Twitter, at JasonAponte2103. Please drop a review, drop comments, anything that you can do that will help. And as always, let's go Niners.